Yo, bro, the car is really good. How did you afford it? Thanks, bro. Actually, my dad gifted it to me last month. What? Daddy's money? That's unfair. Aren't you supposed to have your own money and buy your own car? Bro, if your dad came to you and said you want a M8 competition for your birthday, would you say no? No, but it's not fair. You gotta be self made. It's so much better to have your own car. Look at me, I drive my Bumblebee with my own money. You were meant to use all the unfair advantages you have in life. Anyone who comes and says, "Oh no, but you won't be self-made if you use your daddy's money to become successful." Someone gives you 10K as a gift randomly, you won't be self-made. Bro, what are you talking about? You don't have any unfair advantages, then you make your own unfair advantages. You should have a positive advantage. Everyone, including you watching this, including me, I've started from scratch. This YouTube channel right now is nothing, but I know I have the unfair advantage of time and zero pressure. Meaning, if you don't have any unfair advantage, it also means you have zero privilege. Zero privilege equals zero pressure. Think about it. Like, if you have a lot of pressure, you would just naturally perform bad compared to when you're calm and you have nothing to lose. The most dangerous person is always the one who has nothing to lose. You have heard this somewhere, of course. There is a lot of quotes on it, right? So why do people shame you for using daddy's money, or being lucky, or having a lot of wealth in your family, or the wealth was passed down to generations and now you have the wealth? Why do people discredit that and call you a not self-made guy who was nothing without their family's privilege? Why? I don't come from a privileged family. This home is my grandma's home. This is not my home. I am starting from zero. And still, I would say I have so many unfair advantages I couldn't even think about before escaping this mindset that, oh, if you don't have any unfair advantage in life, oh, but I don't have any privilege, so I'm just gonna be a nice guy, and I'm not gonna use any of my time. So what I'm gonna do is that I will go to McDonald's, I'll go there and work for 8 hours a day, and I come home, I'll watch a football game, I'll play video games, I'll go to sleep. Yeah, but like, if you don't have any privilege in life, you won't have a perfect start. Motherfucker, you don't need a perfect start, bro. Shut up. Like, just shut up. It is such a negative mindset. It is just like a victim mindset. You're constantly living in a victim mindset by thinking you need a perfect spot of privilege, a perfect family, so you could have been successful. You are a fucking pussy if you think like that. Genuinely, man, I have to be real about this. You have so many unfair advantages, man. Even if you have no unfair advantages, you always have unfair advantages. I guarantee you. Let's talk about that. So, let's say a guy who has been born in a very wealthy family, he's gonna have pressure 24/7 on his head. Like, you cannot be worse than your family, right? Guess what? That is their disadvantage. That is their biggest disadvantage. Their family expects them to do way better than them. Imagine the level of pressure they would have. Imagine how much prone to depression and how much prone to chronic stress they would have, just because of this one fact that they have an advantage, unfair advantage, that you don't have. And it's not even like your baseline would be the same. Meaning, like, if you're born into a really poor family, you don't even have money to eat. You're watching this on a fucking small, like, Android mobile, which has you've been using for like 4 years. It glitches all the time, and you're like, "Oh, bro, this is so irritating. Nah, man, I'm not gonna watch this video just because. Oh, I don't have a good phone, motherfucker. You're watching me." Literally from scratch. This is a future millionaire in front of you. I'm gonna be helping thousands of people. You understand that, right? Go and look the videos on my channel. Go and look it. I would not give up. Maybe it would take 5 years, maybe it would take 3 years, whatever the time. You will see me making millions. And what is the advantage I have? I'm in my grandma's house. I'm literally in my grandma's house. What makes you think you don't have any advantage? I have used every unfair advantage I had, and now I'm here. I've taken so much risk. Motherfucker, I have dropped out of high school. You understand that, right? In a country where it is considered as a taboo to even think about dropping out of college, I have dropped out of high school. Do you even know what I have staked just because I know what my unfair advantages are? Okay, we were talking about the poor and rich kid, you know? So let's say you're born in the poor family and you have no advantage at all, right? And let's say you say to yourself, well, I have no unfair advantages like rich kids do. I have no daddy's money, so I'm just gonna be a normal person. I'm just gonna go on work and on McDonald's, or I'm gonna get a normal job and I'm gonna settle down with a fucking 2 out of 10. That's what you're gonna do? That's what gets you? Really? Are you fucking out of your mind? And let's talk about the rich kid. You are born rich. You are born into an extremely wealthy family in what, 2005. And now you're what, 20 years old? Bro, I guarantee you the same kid who would be born in 2005 in a very poor family will have the same exact baseline as the rich kid who has been born in a wealthy family in 2005. Same fucking baseline, because it is so normal, because it has been so repeated, and it has been so normal for you to, I don't know, drink water directly from the tap. The rich kids won't. It is normal for them to drink really expensive water. Water is just an example, but you can generalize it to anything, saying, oh, it's normal for them to eat meat, steak every day. It is normal for them to, have the most expensive gym membership because they have daddy's money from childhood. But you see, their baseline is same as yours, because having things is not fun in life. Getting things is fun in life. Achieving things is fun, not having things. Tell me something. If you had already had a car from your childhood because your dad was a middle class guy, not a poor guy, it would be normal for you to, learn a car now because you're young. Your dad teaches you a car and you know how to drive a car now. You have your dad's car, you take it everywhere you want to. But let's say you're a poor kid. Maybe the price is delayed. Let's say you have to work 5 years for a car, a great car. Let's say you have big dreams like me, so you have to work 5 years to become a millionaire and have a really great car. And then you learn driving that car. Wouldn't you feel more excited, more happy, more fulfilled, more satisfied by buying and driving your own car? Because you come from a middle class family. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm downplaying or I am discrediting uh, the wealth rich kids have, or your dad buys you a M8 competition. Would you say no if your dad comes to you and says, I'm gonna buy you a M8 competition? Would you say no? Exactly, right? I'm not downplaying that, but I'm just saying you had the same baseline as that guy, that rich kid who has a M8 competition because his dad is rich. But you have the opportunity to play your cards in a way that is just not comparable to the rich kid, because the rich kid has a lot to lose. You don't. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have anything to lose, my guy, because you have nothing going on in your life. You have nothing going on in your life. You have nothing to lose. That is so beautiful. If you think about it, that is such a big thing in life. You have nothing to lose, meaning you can play every card, you can take every risk without losing anything. The rich kids don't have that. I was saying your baseline is same as the rich kid. I would argue now, after thinking a lot about it and making a video, bro, you have a better baseline than the rich kid, because the rich kid gets everything very early in life, so their life is miserable later. You get nothing right now, but your life will be better later if you follow me, if you follow my advice. You know what I'm saying, okay? If you follow me, you'll follow my advice. I guarantee you will understand what level of advantage you have over the rich kids. The rich kids don't want you to know this because it is insane how much inferiority complex poor people have. It's just in their mindset, it's in their genes. It is like, it is just something about the poor mindset that makes them think that they will never be rich because they don't have the money. Motherfucker, you have to be rich to have the money in the first place. What are you talking about? It's just not logical, right? My Indian accent slipped out. I'm sorry. So the point was, even if you were born into the wealthy family, you would still have sadness in life. You will still be unfulfilled. You will still have a lot to do in life that is so hard, that is so depressing, that makes you depressing, that is so draining for you because it is life. You know, we can stay here and we can talk about how God has did a really bad job in making some people privileged and making some people absolutely piece of shit. But like, isn't that beautiful that he has made you piece of shit, but your baseline is the same as the rich kid? That is the perfect opportunity. Like, I want you to be rich, but God is saying this. I want you to be rich, but I don't want you to have this privileged life, which will in turn make you depressed at the end. Is that what you want? Like, you want everything in the start of your life and then you want a really bad ending? If that's what you want, brother, like, you are not wise enough if you want that. Please, come on. The rich kids have a miserable life, more miserable life than you. Understand this, okay? And do the most of your life, of your unfair advantages. If you have no unfair advantages, that means you have time. You can take action on anything you want. Take the action that actually matters. Do the things that actually matters, bro. Stop complaining, for God's sake. Love you.